Jacob Fatu attacker revealed. Undertaker exposes Vince McMahon brutal public humiliation. Massive plans for Brock Lesnar. CM Punk announced for major project outside WWE. Bayley potential post-WWE retirement plans. And much more. Let's talk then. Jacob Fatu attacker revealed. The mystery behind Jacob Fatu's shocking backstage attack continues to grip the WWE universe. And this week's episode of Raw may have quietly delivered the biggest clue yet. Ever since the Samoan werewolf was brutally taken out backstage on the October 17th episode of SmackDown by an unknown figure, fans have been desperate to uncover who was behind the ambush. At the time of the attack, many assumed Drew McIntyre was responsible, given his heated rivalry with Fatu. However, McIntyre immediately denied the accusations, insisting he had nothing to do with it. Since then, WWE has remained silent, leaving the mystery unsolved for more than a month. But during Raw this week, fans spotted something extremely interesting. Solo Sikoa standing outside the arena, staring intensely at promotional graphics featuring Jacob Fatu on one of WWE's trucks. The moment carried a lingering shot that felt too intentional to be meaningless. This subtle visual tease has sparked massive speculation online that Solo Sikoa may in fact be the man who attacked Fatu. If it's true, then it looks like WWE is preparing to reignite the storyline in dramatic fashion. Reaction on Gunther being John Cena's final opponent, as the last time is now tournament approaches its final showdown between Gunther and LA Knight. Speculation remains strong that the ring general will defeat Knight and go on to face Cena in the Legend's retirement match on December 13th at Saturday night's main event. However, according to WrestleVotes during a recent Q&A session, there is noticeable resistance within the company regarding that direction. The insider revealed that several people internally are not supportive of Gunther being chosen as Cena's final opponent. WrestleVotes stated, "I don't love it. I know other people who don't love it. People within WWE don't love it. I know people on the inside don't love it, but understand it. Gunther has the potential to be a huge heel, or a babyface if you want, for 5, 10, 15 years with this company. So if he could be the one to retire John Cena, you probably take that. It is what it is." Even John Cena Sr. is reportedly unhappy with the rumored matchup. Speaking on the All Access podcast, he said he would rather see Cena face names like Kurt Angle, Adam Copeland, Chris Jericho, or JBL in his farewell match. Undertaker exposes Vince McMahon brutal public humiliation. WWE legend The Undertaker has opened up about one of the most painful and humiliating moments of his career. One that came right after he won the World Championship from Stone Cold Steve Austin, only for Vince McMahon to tear him down in front of several major WWE names. Speaking on his 6 Feet Under podcast alongside guest Bayley, the Phenom recalled a moment when McMahon, dissatisfied with him as champion, publicly blamed him for things not working and decided to take the title off him within weeks. Undertaker explained that Vince brought him Steve Austin, Triple H, and Kane into a room and aggressively confronted the situation instead of handling it privately. "I beat Stone Cold for the world title. Well, I think it may have been 2, maybe 3 weeks later. We're doing TV. And Vince brings myself, Steve, Triple H, and Kane into a room, and he's pissed. He's like, this isn't working. Now, I think Kane, I don't remember what title Kane had. He had a title, or he was doing something. Triple H was the Intercontinental Champion. I was the World Champion." And he goes, "Look, this isn't working. We're going to change things up." He says, "We're going to switch this title back to Steve tonight." And then I'm waiting, and I'm like, okay, well, what are they going to do? I guess they're going to take the title off. He was that upset. Well, basically, the only thing that was changing was the fact that I wasn't getting over as a champ. Undertaker admitted the confrontation was a major blow to his pride, especially because it happened in front of respected peers. And so I'm trying to process that, right? Because that's a blow. That's obviously a blow to your ego. Yeah, especially to be said in front of your peers, too. Exactly, right? It would have been one thing to pull me into the room and say, "Hey, look, this isn't what we thought it was going to be. We're going to put the belt back on Steve." Okay? I'm a professional. I can handle that. But some of the guys that I respect most in the business are in here and listening to you be about all this, and all the fingers are pointing at me. The Phenom went on to say he could have accepted the decision if communicated respectfully and in private. A rare look behind the curtain, and proof that even legends face moments of doubt, politics, and pressure in WWE. Massive plans for Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is reportedly gearing up for one of the biggest years of his career in 2026. According to new internal whispers from within WWE, sources claim that the former world champion is being positioned for a monumental run that could significantly shape WWE's future direction. This author was told by a WWE insider that there are early discussions about major plans involving Lesnar, including the possibility of him winning a big championship next year. However, the source emphasized that this is currently an idea being floated internally and not a finalized decision. One of the factors being considered is whether Lesnar actually needs a title run, as he remains one of the most dominant and marketable forces in the business purely on star power alone. The source explained that WWE views 2026 as a major transitional year, where Lesnar could be crucial not only for the matches he takes part in, but also for who ultimately defeats him, potentially helping build the next top megastar, the insider stated. So there are whispers right now about the plan for Brock. He's not going to be on TV for a bit, but when he's back, he's going to be explosively back. Apparently, a big championship could be in the works for next year, but that's still just a very slight idea. They may not push for that, because the idea is that he does not need a championship really, right? But 2026 is looking like a big year for him, both for who he faces and who he loses to. ESPN happy with WWE partnership. A new update has surfaced regarding the working relationship between WWE and ESPN, following recent speculation that the media giant was unhappy with their streaming deal. Earlier this year, WWE announced a landmark agreement with ESPN, making the network's upcoming streaming platform the exclusive home of all premium live events, including WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and more. WrestlePalooza became the first major WWE show to air under the deal. However, eyebrows were raised when ESPN gave WrestlePalooza an overall C grade in its review. The rating sparked widespread fan speculation that ESPN might already be frustrated with the partnership. The rumor intensified after actor and former WWE creative member Freddie Prinze Jr. claimed on his Wrestling with Freddie podcast that ESPN executives were disappointed. Prinze said, "ESPN, by the way, so unhappy with the deal. I was talking to a friend of mine who works for Disney, and he was just like, yo, they better make their money back on this deal." He just said, "They're hot." But according to a new report from Fightful Select, a source inside ESPN strongly disputed that claim, saying they've heard nothing negative regarding the partnership and that ESPN is happy working with WWE. Additionally, a senior figure within WWE reportedly commented that they were unaware of Freddie Prinze Jr.'s involvement in wrestling analysis. For now, the relationship between ESPN and WWE appears stable and positive, despite outside rumors. CM Punk announced for a major project outside WWE. CM Punk is expanding his portfolio beyond a wrestling ring once again, landing a role in a major upcoming Netflix project. The reigning world heavyweight champion, who competed in the brutal men's War Games match at Survivor Series 2025 this past Saturday, has officially been cast in the romantic comedy film The Bodyguard, according to Deadline. Punk will play a character named Doghouse, described as an intimidating and tough member of the security detail within the story. The cast also features notable names, including Andy McDowell, Walker Hayes, Noah Lalonde, and Toby Sandman. The film marks another major Hollywood step for the former WWE champion, who has previously appeared in projects such as Heels, Girl on the Third Floor, and Mind's MC. While Punk continues building momentum in Hollywood, his WWE career is reaching a critical turning point. During men's War Games, he teamed with Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and the Usos, but the match ended in shocking fashion. A mysterious masked figure attacked Punk with Stomp, allowing Braun Breaker to hit a spear and score the pinfall. On this week's edition of Raw, General Manager Adam Pearce confirmed that Braun Breaker will challenge Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship on January 5th, 2026, during the one-year anniversary of Raw on Netflix. Punk now heads into his first title defense balancing championship pressure and a major Hollywood role, a monumental start to 2026. Bayley potential post-WWE retirement plans. Bayley has begun openly considering life after her in-ring career, offering a rare look into what her future within WWE might look like once she eventually hangs up her boots. Appearing on 6 Feet Under with The Undertaker, the former women's champion revealed that while she still has many goals left to achieve as an active competitor, she's already thinking about her next chapter inside the business. Bayley shared that she's experimented with the production side recently, sitting backstage with a headset during matches and helping provide direction, but admitted it's far more challenging than people might realize. She said, "I don't know if creative-wise I'd be in a writer's room or anything like that. Maybe producing, I would enjoy that. I tried. This Monday I sat for the girls' match with a headset. I've done a few times. I produce stuff in NXT. It's very hard. And I don't know if I'd be a good producer right now. I see myself more as like a coach, or if I were to open a school, it's very different from producing. Then when I think, however much longer I'm going to be wrestling, there's still all the girls I want to see them grow in their career. Roxanne, she's 23. Okay, if I could be a producer and be around producing your match, that would be awesome. So I have thought maybe I should learn to do that better so I can be around and be a part of it and just wear another hat. I don't know about creative wise in the writer's room. That sounds a little scary. While creative writing roles aren't appealing to her right now, Bayley is clearly planning to remain involved in shaping WWE's future long after her in-ring journey concludes. Thanks for watching. Like and share the video and subscribe to WrestleDeals for more wrestling content.